Hi guys, welcome back. So we're going to read the commentary section of my video, which is this one that we uploaded for her Thanksgiving, cooking and decorating and family time. Let's get into some comments. Oh, yay! I love seeing that there's a lot of comments. Okay, Kim Hamilton says, food isn't the primary source of joy during festive holidays. It is for Alex. It's the gathering of friends and family, sharing quality time together and being thankful. And a Christmas if you're religious. You also recognise the occasion by going to church, or acknowledging the birth of Christ. The truth about her addiction came out in her words. Food is always her only focus. Absolutely, Kim. We saw that by her New York video today. Awake Now says, I love how Ya is always walking away or standing behind her. He's so uninvolved, Danny says. Chair Bear, why don't you link the filter you're using? Oh, that's what I said. Laughing my fucking ass off. The Return of Veronica Sawyer says, she's just making Ya talk to her in the videos because everyone says they don't have a relationship. He's not nice to her. Kathy says she licks her fingers while trying a piece of turkey, then slicing it, and then goes back to touching turkey. I didn't notice that, to be honest with you guys. Nella told me before. Nella said, did you realise? I said, no, I didn't. I said, no, I didn't realise. I wouldn't put it past her, and it's disgusting. And look, you guys have realised. New York Steph is feeling a bit under the weather because of that comment. Ray says, at 31:45, I can't stand people who fake laugh because they want you to think their life is quirky. F off. It's not funny. It's just life. I mean, I've got to see what you're talking about. Because we have a life. We don't spend life on TikTok like you do.
And like they're so on point for me too.
And your demographic is not 16 to... What was she talking
Seriously, she looks like Mrs. Claus with that foundation, not the foundation, with the blush.
As well, I feel like these two look really pretty together. When I'm hosting, I don't want my hair down because I get hot.
And you should have been hosting. You should have been cooking with your hair down either.
So I'm just going to do like a little
she did put some of it up, didn't she?
Bitty clip with some tendrils.
I can't stand people who fake laugh. Oh, she's always fake laughing. She fakes laugh through the whole fucking thing. Calendar page. Wait, it's the day before Thanksgiving and she's waiting for packages for meal party. Yep. Most people are starting a few days in advance. Not her, everything's packaged. I had to do that to my turkey for 4 days. Anything I could make ahead, I did. Yes. I cooked some things in the day before, but I had all my stuff. Why would I take a chance on waiting so close to the holiday to get the things I need and that everyone else needs too? Geez Louise, her short says, Mary Mama, I can't. I know. Texas Blue says, for the love of God, that water bottle is $140. She's real relatable, isn't she, to her people who subscribe to her. Arguti, I saw Max and poor Bruno who was locked outside, but where is Bruno's bestie Cha-Cha? Probably, I think she left him at home. Rachu says, she's been missing in action for a while now. Where the heck is she? I think she just keeps her at home. Maddie B, the mum. I don't ever want to eat at anyone's home or any other place but my home. Why? You didn't like her fingers going in her face and then touching, or in her mouth and then touching the chicken again, or the turkey? Adaguti said, I would not have placed the cutlery on the plates where the food is meant to go. Who knows where those cutlery holders have been and who has handled them before they were brought into the house? Well, we know Alex has, and her fingers are dirty enough. I agree, the holders were out of place and more for a kid's table. Yep. Nice linen napkins folded would have been better. But that would have been too classy, Ali. That would have been too classy. Kim Hamilton says, poor Anderson, he's permanently in onesies. He's spoken to in baby talk. He eats alone and is not interacted with properly by his parents, especially Alex. Yep. Even in the New York vlog when she was eating out, she had him asleep in the thing. She wouldn't, wait for him to wake to have something to eat. God forbid. Lisa Georgie says, I cannot wait to hear what your husband said after you did that experiment calling him dude. Oh my God. You know what? He hasn't come home from work yet. I can do it when he comes in now. I forgot to do it. When he comes in, I said to him, how was your day, dude? And we'll see what he says. We'll get it on thingo. I'll get it on, I'll get his reaction on here. All right, we'll do it. He should be here soon, like any minute. Mrs. Danny says, so she's been married for about 5 years and she had to call her mum about cooking the turkey. Yep. Jane said, I don't know why that surprises you, Danny. Jane says that little boy is still throwing his head back. There is something terribly wrong. They can deny and rebuttal all day long, in my opinion. Professional intervention is needed ASAP. Well, she needs it for her too. I thought the same thing. It was disturbing, Kim Hamilton says. Sweet Temper says, imagine he starts throwing his baby bottle at her head. Oh, I'd love that. I'd fucking love that. Love that. Let's hope. All right, guys. So when hubby comes in, you're going to hear me talk to him. And then he's going to say, why did you call me dude? Or he's just going to give me this look. Anyway, Carol Johnson, I've been cooking our Thanksgiving dinner for 30 years plus. One of the first things you do is clean the turkey. She brined a dirty turkey. Nasty. Oh, that is fucking disgusting. See, I wouldn't know that. I mean, I wash everything I clean anyway, but I didn't know maybe she'd washed it or it's been washed before it was frozen. I don't know. Ali MS says, I wonder if she washed the plates and the glasses or just removed the tags. She has so much time. She has so much time to sanitize and clean. No, I guarantee she wouldn't have washed those glasses. Laura Lee said, she said she didn't want to wear a skirt or dress. Wasn't that set that she bought the pants and cropped top sleeve? Yeah, that's right. That just means it didn't fit, but she doesn't want to say it. That's right. Also, where is Cha-Cha? Left at Nasty Nancy's house. Lulu Chick, something so uneasy about her parenting skills. Yeah, she has none. The kid isn't developing like he should be at his age, and it's because of her and her laziness. Yep. Random Sarcasm says, narcissistic mum. Yep. Obese Shopping Network says, she's so out of breath just bringing in a turkey. Unbelievable. Love you, Shelley. Love you too, sweetheart. All she needs to do is stand there, not even move, and she's out of breath. LAMS says, just reading the directions on how to do it. She was out of breath. Virginia Dare says, I love music pretty much since day one. I'm not a musician and I come from a family of drummers on my dad's side. I just really love experiencing music. So do I. Nora Torres says, instead of a light up water bottle, get a tissue holder. That way it reminds you to use the tissue instead of your hand or your sleeve. Oh my God, best comment of the day. Nora Torres, best comment of the day. Patty Pop's laughing and LE says, perfect. If only someone would fucking buy her a tissue holder. Maybe she'd take notice of why they're giving it to her. Or a tissue box, not only a holder. Flower Pot says, so Alex needs a techie water bottle to remind her to drink water every day, but she needs no reminders to go to McDonald's every day to get a crispy Diet Coke. LEMS says, she sounded jealous of Yah having one. She did. Just like when she purchased a pair of Nike shoes, she said, good for him. I believe he stays on top of her spending, pays the bills and oversees their finances. Danny says, if GBS didn't keep her from eating, gastric bypass surgery didn't keep her from it, the bottle won't push her to drink. But we don't see it in a couple of months. LEMS says, she spends so much time talking about what she is going to do and reading directions to film a glimpse of the actual event. Doesn't she? It's so fucking frustrating. But it's almost, she puts it in there for filler content. Jane says, save Bruno. Count how many PDF supporters in one room. I know. Sunny Day says, many. Melmoon says, all of them. October Princess, how can this woman know so much about her son when she has him down for a nap for 20 hours of every day? Make it make sense. She's such a toddler herself. It makes no sense. Pink Lemonade says, that Lark Smart water bottle was $125 on sale. Jenny G rolls her eyes. What a fucking waste of money. That's probably one of the many perks that he's getting from her. to stay with her. Hips don't lie. You missed the part where she licked her fingers. I know I did, and continued to cut the turkey. I know, guys. Nella, tell me. I'm sorry. New York Steph, that was so gross. Danny, thankfully she was sick last week. LEMS says, and used her hand to give Mimi a bite as well. Ugh. At 9:52, I cannot believe her baby wakes up at 4 a.m. Oh my God, I would die. Why does she put him down at 6 p.m? My baby goes to bed around 8 or 8:30 and she wakes at 7. She also barely sleeps during the day. Anderson is taking too many naps during the day period. Well, ALHSR, mind your own fucking business. She can do what she wants. It's her baby. That's what the stanza would say to you. I'm going to say to you, you're fucking spot on. It makes sense. Just do not put the child to bed earlier. It makes no fucking sense. Just don't put the child to bed so early. Powder and paint. Yep, she puts him to bed too early so she can watch TV and eat. Yep, and be done with him for the day. She's a fucking... Oh, I can't. I was going to say something. Oh, lucky I didn't say it. Ruby Tuesday from London Town. I have a feeling Anderson is going to be giving Dukas plenty of attitude the next few years, judging by start of this vlog. Go Anderson, you're the best. Yeah, I just wish he did throw the bottle at her head. What was it I was meant to ask my husband again? Oh yeah, call him dude. That's right. Pink lemonade. She deserves it. Yep. Alvarin Gay says, wait till the terrible twos hit. She will not know what to do with him. She will get overwhelmed and break down with him. Ruby Tuesday from London Town, can't effing wait. Same. She'll be complaining, I didn't bring Anderson with me. This is what we're going to hear, guys. Mark my words. I didn't bring Anderson with me because he'll touch everything. I didn't bring Anderson with me because he touches everything. But it's okay for her to go and fucking touch everything. Danny T says she will give him junk food and toys to keep him from throwing a fit. He's going to learn how to play her so quick. Just Livin says, I know she's cooking, but her countertops are so fucking cluttered. I don't know how she functions to cook in it. Same. I have to have a very, very clean, tidy area, and I have to have a lot of area to cook in. I don't like to be restricted. Ray says at 27.8, that's the thing though. The idea is to require your brain to not seek the validation from food that you correlate with holiday joy. Yeah. When it's less about stuffing your face and indulging yourself, then you might find joy in your family, or even realize that fabrication you call a family isn't real, just something you've manifested and forced to happen. Great comment. LEMS says, in my opinion, the only time her family wasn't on her about her weight, in my opinion, it's the only time her family wasn't on her about her weight. So traditionally, holidays are open eating season. It's open season. Eat More Twinkie says, I used to host all 3 holidays for a few years and serve them all buffet style. I used to keep extra small foil pans and plates for those who wanted to take leftovers, and to my surprise, Summer Works just bring their own because they knew I would try and send them home with food. Was she meant to say summer? And just to my surprise, I don't think it was she was meant to say summer. It worked. Crooked Halo. The water bottle is $129. It gets more expensive every time someone adds it. Charlie B is laughing. Jen Myers, must be nice to flush money down the toilet. Yep. Melgon, your reacts are the best. Thank you, Melgon. I know they aren't easy, but it gets us through her boring videos. And the part when you said something about where's Nella, I can picture her saying the big back is backing. Took me out. Random Sarcasm says he shouldn't even still be using a bottle at his age. Notice that he can't even say the word no or control his head. The only thing he does say is dada. That is the only thing that he says. Ray 8G says the bows are perfect depiction of Alex, built up with little consideration. Then when a challenge presents itself, you lazily rush through a solution. Yep, and call it grace. Yeah. Absolutely. Danny T, all the money she spends to make her space look nice, and then she fails the execution every time. Yep. Not today. I'm too lazy to go back and check, but is there no tablecloth? Just a runner. Yes, just a runner, love. I grew up in a large working class family. My mother always had a nice tablecloth for the kitchen and the table. Beautiful ones for holiday gatherings. And can you imagine the nice ones that you'd buy for Thanksgiving? How nice that'd look. She buys stupid Temu tablescapes and can't be bothered to put down a nice tablecloth. She has zero class or taste, absolutely. Unless it's viral on TikTok, she can't be bothered to add any class or individual touch to anything. The turkey looked okay. I still wouldn't put my fork near anything was near. Neither would I. The rest of the food looked like the slop at cheap, or it does. It always looks like slop at all-you-can-eat buffet. Their food always looks fucking horrible. Mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, but you know what? That's the only thing that really looked nice apart from the turkey. No way, unless there are a lot of young kids that won't eat traditional sides. It looked like a room full of adults. Alex 100% slammed that mac and cheese back when everyone left. She had some with her leftovers when everyone left. Fancy Dancy, she licks her fingers and continues to carve the turkey without washing her hands. I don't understand why she couldn't get a paper towel. It's the same reason, Fancy Dancy. It's the same reason that she can't get a fucking napkin for her nose, a tissue for her nose. The outfit she bought him looks like a 2-piece pajama set. What the hell? It's cute though on him, but it does look like pajama sets. They are listed as pajamas on Amazon. Oh my God. And when I looked them up, the sizes would no way fit her. No wonder she didn't wear it. Oh, wow. Sunny days. You mean the turkey pajamas for Anderson? I thought the same. For a 15-month-old, I would put him in clothing like a person, not pajamas. Oh, sorry, I misread. The brown set she bought for herself, I meant. Oh, I don't even remember her buying a brown set of anything. The table decor was awful. It was so bad, the return of Veronica Sawyer says. Hannah Elizabeth, Dollar Tree cups and plates. Jenny G says they probably had lead in the paint of those plates. Very common in glazed dollar store items. Great for her. Great for her. I love that for her. Actually, I love it for her whole family. Couldn't give a fuck about any of them. Fucking pack of pedophiles supporters. She touched and wiped her nose and touched Yar's water bottle on the mouthpiece, Sasha says. Oh, Patty Pop says, gross. E. Marina says, I know that this is Thanksgiving and not Christmas, but if she was Irish, God forbid, and Jane will agree, I'm sure one type of potato is a no-no for family gatherings. We have roast, obviously, mash, boiled, or croquettes, at least 2 types. We do love a spud. That's a real stereotype. Well, so do I. I say you guys use more than one potato. Brand potato. Laura Lee says, in the US for Thanksgiving, we traditionally have mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes or yams. Jen Myers, Alex, if you are doing all that to box stuffing, how about you just make homemade stuffing? Box stuffing is for bachelors. And for someone who's lazy like Alex. Oh, come on, hubby's a bit late. I might have to start tracking him on his phone like Alex. Joking, guys, joking. I just want to hear him, what he's going to say about the dude comment. I'm going to say to him, because I texted him, I'm going to say, did you get my text, dude? And he's going to, I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, why did you call me dude? Anyway, hopefully he comes in the room so you can hear him say it. Actually, I'll bring him in the room. I'll ask him to come in. Crazy 8 Angel, as I always have said, Yah is not going anywhere no matter what. He does not know how a real family should be either because of what's happened to his family. Yeah, that's sad. And how he was brought up. They trauma bond. He's okay with her eating herself stupid, and she's okay with having to keep him buying things to prove her love. They think it's normal and okay to do. Neither one of them have any emotions. They are both shut off in that area. They both are stunted because of their childhood. I think Yah cares about her as much as he can. I don't think he dealt with what happened to him and his family, and he does not let himself feel anything about anyone because of that. That's really sad if that's the case. He cares for her like a friend, not like a husband, but they are both okay with that, and I still do not believe they have, oh God, sex, even though he does care for her like a friend. So no, I don't think he's going anywhere. He's too happy with his money situation, and if they have another kid, they will probably have a nanny. Thank you, Crazy Angel. Anonymous says, babies can sense disdain. That's why Anderson doesn't want her. Yep. Jane says, Yaya is trying to reduce the electric bill. because of the light switches. The monster is spending money like water. He can't mix socially. I'm 62 years of age. I have never cooked a chicken, let alone a turkey. I have never poisoned anyone. Nancy England says, feed your dog, Alexandra. We can tell you never miss a meal. Yeah, he's too thin. And where's his food and bowl? Never saw one. And not only that, he was outside. He deserves better, Flower says. Nancy England, flower pot. Yes, he does, poor little fella. Susanna of the Woods said, I don't understand her bringing her brining process, because I brine a turkey every year. Now, I use a giant pickle bucket because I work in a restaurant and they're great. So, but you bring the water to the boil, you add the seasoning to it, you stir it up and let it boil for 5 minutes. Then you dump it over ice and you place your bird into the bucket and let it brine for 24 hours. But I also smoke my bird, putting the butter under the skin and seasoning, butter under the skin and seasoning, but stuffing a bird. You have the problem with the cavity, not getting enough heat in the underside of the bird, not cooking fully. You can get thermometers to know when the dark meat and the breast meat are done, so you can monitor it better. But again, I enjoy cooking and I love cooking from scratch. But she threw me when she was talking about carrots for stuffing. I thought that too. I didn't say anything, guys. I thought maybe that's how you do it over there, but I thought, what the fuck? I hear her recipes just don't make sense to me. Love you and thank you for taking the time. You're very welcome, Susanno. Thank you for your comment, love. E. Marina says, happy Sunday, everyone. Going to spend the day renovating our dining room so I can host Christmas for the first time this year. Putting down flooring today, so looking forward to seeing it all finished. How beautiful and exciting. Oh, I went to Moulin Rouge last night in Dublin. Was brilliant. Alex, come never. Ellie, how exciting. Hope all goes smoothly. Hope you have a great one, E. Marinas. Jules says she's a unit. Oh, God, I've got to see this one. Hang on. Oh, dear God, she is a unit. Yep. She is a unit. You could quite easily place her in the lounge room as a table and use her back. Sasha, she's just admitted she goes on walks, so he'll sleep. Yep, she does. Dee Dee, hello, gorgeous Shelley. Hello, darling. Thank you for this. When I see Alice interact with Anderson, she looks like someone who doesn't like or relate to babies or kids and has no interact with another's child. That's right. She doesn't. I don't think she ever has. Speculation regarding the light switches on Reddit. This, the guess is because of the filters and you're commenting about them being warped. Could be. It could be. She's like, we've got to do something about these fucking light switches. She keeps picking up on them. It could be. Jasmine says, I'm from Australia where whole turkeys are mostly sold around Christmas. God, I've never seen any. I don't say they're not, but I haven't seen any. I typically prepare a small turkey and also cook chicken for those who aren't fond of turkey. He's here. He's here, guys. Hello. Come in for a minute. Just come in for a minute. He goes, why? Did you get my text message, dude?
Dude.
Didn't I tell you guys? Didn't I fucking tell you? You should have seen his face. He's just walked out and he's laughing. Did you guys hear him say, dude? Like, what the fuck are you calling me dude for? You don't talk like that to your husband. You just don't. It's not fucking normal. All right, let's get on with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I told you I was going to try it. Thank you for reminding me, guys. I completely forgot. Oh, God, that was funny. See, Yaman wouldn't have blinked twice. Neither would she have. Okay, where was I up to? I don't usually make turkey at any other time of the year, although I sometimes purchase turkey cold cuts for sandwiches. Laura Lee says, turkey is what is traditionally cooked for an American Thanksgiving. You'll find more turkeys for sale during the time than any other time of year. Christmas people also make turkey or ham for Christmas. Yeah, we do, like in Australia, they do a lot of ham here for as well. Nicole says, I'm just laughing at my husband. My husband always carves the turkey. I think it's odd Jar didn't do it. Maybe that's just me. Mrs. Danny says, exactly. Well, I always thought it gets put on the table and then the gentleman or a male of some sort would cut it with one of those electric knives or with a big knife. But yeah, that didn't happen. Chair Bear, Alex is a control freak. She sure is. Alex is built like a man and acts like one. Mel Moon, great. Danny, to be fair, he offered to help butter the turkey and she said no. I think she tries to do everything for the camera and he hoovers because she constantly whines for help off camera. LAMS says, this is the comment I was looking for. Anyone cuts and serves the turkey other than the one who cooked it? What did Ya do? Kim Hamilton, name tags? Name tags for her family, just in case they didn't know who each other were. The turkey cutlery holders, oh my God, it's her family, not a formal meal with a group of strangers. She's so ridiculous, and again, she's adding to the pollution of the planet and landfill. Yep, funny she'd go and jump in it. Where's Cha-Cha? Nancy's dog, nowhere to be seen. I think he stayed at Nancy's house. New York Steph, probably, and hopefully rehomed. Bruno, next please. These people do not deserve to have fur babies. Exactly. If Cha-Cha or Bruno get rehomed, I'm going to lose it. How many animals are they going to dispose of? When is enough enough? Chronic animal rehomers are disgusting people. Flower Pot, I would agree with you normally, but I wouldn't care if Bruno got rehomed because he'd go to a better family and a loving family with maybe children who love, who can show him a bit of affection. Even different parents who would show him some affection. RMC says, I wonder where Ya's family is during Thanksgiving. If Alex is always hosting Thanksgiving in her house, why do they never go to his family's on Thanksgiving? That's something we will never know. Anonymous, she probably isn't welcome. I'm sure they know about her father, or even Ya has told them about how disrespectful she has been. How disrespectful. I don't think Ya's got anything to do with it. I think they just don't like her. This is a name. Yulin. Oh my God, Yulin. I'm going to leave it there. The amount of dirt that accumulates underneath fake nails is disgusting, and especially someone who barely washes their hands. Watching her touch that turkey, I would never eat that. New York Steph says, imagine being one of her family members watching this video after Thanksgiving. I would be so sick. She is so nasty. Give me a second, guys. I'm going walking with a friend. I've got a message. I'm going to be a bit late. Because I want to read all these for you. Okay. Just told them I'm going to be 15 minutes late because I want to read all these. ASS says, I wonder how expensive that bottle is. It's $129. Absolutely unnecessary, but very needed for our tech guy. I just got the reply back from my friend. Thank you. Okay, great. After buying all those bow candle holders around $7.50, she just slips in that the holders should be there soon after showing the new candles. The holders should be there soon after showing the new candles. Gold bow candle holders would have worked just fine with the faux decor. Yeah, it would have. But then she wouldn't have spent as much money. IG99 says, my mother always taught me eating the food while cooking is rude and unhygienic. I did too, especially when hosting. She keeps eating the turkey, and at one point she even licked her fingers. She continued to cut the turkey. Family or not, I wouldn't even do that while cooking myself, and it's now a habit, let alone other people, family or not. Look it that back.
I'm going to call my husband that tomorrow and see what he says.
Oh, wow. And I just did. Yeah. Big back, as Nella would say. Okay. Yes, H1 says she's getting her water from a Brita filtered water pitcher and pouring it into a filtered tumbler. Yeah. I thought the whole purpose of buying that expensive water bottle was to filter tap water. She confuses me so much. I don't understand her logic. She doesn't even understand her logic. She only knows that she can spend money on something else. That's the only thing she sees. I was going to say the same thing. I'm sure her aunt wants the world to know she turned 60. Yeah, selfish freak. One more thing, then I will stop griping. It's okay, gripe away. I don't understand why Alexandra Rodriguez always buy cheaper jewelry when they have the money for good jewelry, because she has no taste. Also, my animals are always inside, so are mine. Kitties, and if my family and friends don't like it, then they have to come. Then they don't have to come. This is their home. That's exactly right. Laura Lee, it's not a Brita filter water pitcher. I had the same fridge and it's just the water pitcher in the fridge. It's not on the outside. You open the beverage station on the fridge and it's in there. Okay. Yes, H1 says, Laura Lee, thank you for correcting me. It looks like one at first glance. It does. Even Mrs. Snowflake said the same thing. But if she indeed does have a filter water dispenser inside, what does she need a filtered water bottle? I drink around 45 to 60 ounces of water a day and I use my unfiltered water dispenser. We just have to change the filter occasionally. My refrigerator tells us when. It's a nice fridge, but not as nice as hers. Okay. Red Cordella says, I actually think her turkey came out looking all right when it was cooked. Cooking a whole turkey is challenging, and the result doesn't come out looking like the picture from Martha Stewart's special, and I believe her when she says it's as juicy and flavorful because she brined it, and that's what the brining does. I did roll my eyes when she was disgusted to find the turkey neck tucked up in the abdomen. That's how turkeys come from the store. The neck is in there, along with the heart and the gizzard. My mother would slow boil the giblets and while the turkey cooked, and she would use the broth to make gravy. Yasmin says, yay, best birthday present ever. Thanks, Shelley. You're very welcome. Happy birthday, Yasmin. Golden Queen says, I find it hilarious that all of a sudden has a pep in his step and is comfortable being on camera. He too knows that December is coming and going to lead to bigger payout for them, and he knows that he has to participate to cash in on whatever toy he's going to get after this is all set and done. Very true. He really bought himself that $129 bottle. Hide out loud. Gosh, I hate saying this, but I think is perfectly happy with his situation. Sometimes I think the same too. I think he loves everything material he has gained from Alex. He just acts like a dude with no worries, no bother, no brains. It's crazy watching them interact. He's just like, oh well, when's the next purchase happening? Weird. Thanks, Shelley. Thank you, Hide Out Loud. I feel better. You said the same thing right after I posted this comment. Yep, I do. That's why I said I think he's fine with it. As long as he's getting something out of it, I think he's fine with it. Elizabeth says she can't even follow directions. I had the same brine kit for my turkey. It says to add additional water until the turkey is covered after you add the brine. And you have to rinse it off or the skin will be extremely salty. Geez, some Alton Brown's Thanksgiving specials if you're going to Google and learn something. Geez, watch some Alton Brown's Thanksgiving specials if you're going to Google and learn something. But it wasn't on TikTok, so she can't. JD says, Anderson appears so small and younger than his age. It's probably because of the filters. I have never once seen her kiss her son. I've only ever seen her kiss him on the head. Powder and Paint says, why did she get those clothes that look like PJs for Thanksgiving? They were PJs and then not wear them. Oh, her ones. Because they probably didn't fit her. Alex said the top was a little snug, Chair Bear says. Powder and Paint, Chair Bear, meaning it was too small because she refuses to buy her actual size. New York Steph says exactly. Anonymous says, and commission. Anonymous, she's always trying to name drop. Yeah, she has no brain. She always wants to say something looks like this or something looks like this dupe. She doesn't include Yar's family, but I'm sure they don't want to be bothered with her disrespect other than the brother and her sister-in-law. Yep. Amy Gate, Texas says, YouTuber Barry Cousin refers to Big Al's legs as shaped like reverse parentheses. All I see is a giant capital X. Yep. Cassandra says, of course Yah is nice to her. That is her roommate, baby daddy. He was raised to be respectful to others. I think he's decent. He tolerates her a lot. They're a very awkward couple. Cassandra says, of course Yah is nice to her. Oh, sorry. I just read that. Jenny says she has 2 everything bowls. Yeah, she now has 2 everything bowls. Violet Sterling says, did anyone see Bruno inside at all? Nope. She showed Anderson playing with the little dog. Where was Bruno? Bruno seems to enjoy Anderson so much, and he would have been with him too if he wasn't corralled somewhere. He wanted to come in so bad. Yep. New York Steph, seeing him outside made me so mad. Me too. It broke my heart. Anonymous says she wants to be Samantha Joe so bad. Sorry for all the comments. I know. Sweet Shelley says it's okay, and it is. It's just the things I've noticed and didn't want to make a super long comment. All good love. Mariama says, oh my God, at 46:34, she licks her fingers and then continues to touch the turkey. Sickening. Can't believe I didn't notice that. I'm not going to go back and look because I really don't want to see her do it. Maria Gonzalez says, it almost looks like she is wearing shapewear underneath her jeans. It's probably just the slimming filters. Tara, Country Shade Tree. She had the Merry Mama last year. Did she? Fuck, you got a good memory, Tara. And yes, I hate that, and I remember that. 8:39. Look at all the drinks. We shall look, Tara.
There she blows. I'm like a pirate.
Yeah, here. Yeah. Yep. She had extras just in case the fridge in the front didn't have enough in them. These are not palazzo pants. And palazzo, Alex, it's not palazzo. Tara also says, for someone who has been on YouTube for so long, she is seriously the worst. Camera goes on slow-mo. Must mention, Camera goes on slow-mo. Must mention, helped her. Can't tell if she's in focus. Camera constantly dying. I know. She's fucking hopeless. Don't do Mrs. Claus like that at 31. I think that's what I said, isn't it? I think that's what I said. Hang on. I think with the blush.
On the chest.
Yeah.
But I do love it though. So hopefully soon it will.
Yeah, called her Mrs. Claus because of the blush. She's looking forward to the walk to put Anderson to sleep again. Absolutely. Let's adjust the camera so we can't see the clock. The turkey on National Lampoons looked good too. And then they cut it. Good one. God, I love that movie. Tara says that's not the neck and face from the Instagram picture. No, it certainly isn't. Fleur says, buys a tartan dress for Thanksgiving, then buys a two-piece set, then wears neither. Says, place the turkey breast side down, immediately puts it the wrong way up. I used to work in the food industry and preparing food with hair all over the place, jewelry on, touching everything and no cleaning up properly. It makes me feel absolutely sick. LEMS says the cutlery holders were childlike. Yeah, for a kid's table maybe. They stood out terribly. They're horrible. So many videos of tablescapes and settings, and this is what she puts together. Yep. The top looked pretty. I did like the runner, and I did like the leaves and the candles, but I would have thought that she would have put a whole tablecloth, and I hated having the glasses being leaves and the plates being leaves. I think it was just way too much leaves. Not to mention that ugly, horrendous childlike cutlery dispenser. Ridiculous. All right, guys, I'll get this up now and I've got to go walking and I will see you later. Thank you so much for listening and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.